Picture this. Two new employees start their jobs on the exact same day. On paper, they are completely identical. We're talking the same stellar education, the exact same brilliant technical skills, glowing references, the whole shebang. When they walk through those doors on day one, the sky is literally the limit for both of them. They have the exact same potential to crush it. But fast forward 6 months, and the picture looks entirely different. Managers trust one of these employees with the high-stakes projects, the real opportunities to advance. But with the other, well, managers hesitate. They kind of hold back. They're constantly double-checking their work, basically keeping them safely on the sidelines.
So why? What causes such a massive divide in just 6 months? Here's the thing. It's not their technical ability at all. It's not like one suddenly forgot how to do their job. The difference is entirely 100% their everyday behavior.
Which brings us to a really critical question you need to ask yourself. What does your behavior tell people about you when you're not trying to impress them? We all put on our absolute best face for a job interview, right? Or a massive presentation. But what about on a random Tuesday afternoon? Your true professional reputation is actually built in those unguarded moments. It's those small, daily habits that either build undeniable trust or slowly, quietly chip it away. Okay, let's dive into this explainer with our first key idea. Number 1, reliability builds professional trust. Simply put, doing exactly what you say you're going to do builds real trust. It's the absolute foundation of your workplace reputation. You can't just talk about being trustworthy, you actually have to earn it. And you do that by being consistent day in and day out. For example, let's say you promise a budget report on Friday. Well, you deliver it on Friday. But hey, things happen, right? What if a vendor delays you and you literally just can't? A reliable professional doesn't just cross their fingers and hope the boss forgets. No way. They communicate that delay to everyone impacted as early as possible. That proactive heads up actually preserves trust, even when things completely fall apart. Moving on to the second pillar, respect other people. Professionalism is super visible in how impartially you treat everyone around you. Look, work life isn't some zero-sum game where you only play nice with people who can do something for you. You show your true character by treating folks without bias, no matter who they are. I mean, it's incredibly easy to turn on the charm for the CEO, right? But a true professional treats the receptionist, the junior intern, the manager, and that really angry customer with the exact same level of courtesy. You speak to everyone as equals. A great little hack for this, just assume everyone you interact with is doing their absolute best, regardless of where they sit on the org chart. All right, number 3, take responsibility. Now, what's really interesting about this point is that taking responsibility means you have to completely ditch the excuses and the blame. Imagine finding a major calculation error in a document you literally just sent to the entire executive team. Panic mode, right? Mistakes are going to happen to the best of us. But how you handle that mistake, that is the ultimate test of your character. When a highly reliable employee messes up, they follow a really simple sequence. First, they acknowledge the error. Then, they explain the impact. And finally, they actively help fix it. They don't try to sweep it under the rug, and they definitely don't point fingers at their teammates. Owning the mistake, clarifying the fallout so there are zero surprises, and then rolling up your sleeves to clean up the mess, that sequence builds incredible, lasting loyalty. Our fourth idea kind of flips the script. You have to actively avoid behaviors that damage your reputation. These toxic little habits love to creep out when we're stressed, under pressure, or pushed outside our comfort zones. And let me be absolutely clear here, having ridiculously strong technical skills does not give you a free pass for bad behavior. We're talking about things like spreading rumors, constant complaining, disrespect, everyday dishonesty, poor manners, or even just repeatedly arriving late. These will completely overshadow your actual talents. Think about it. If someone hears you bad-mouthing a colleague who isn't in the room, they instantly know you do the exact same thing to them. Or if you're chronically late, it sends this loud signal of arrogance, basically telling everyone that your time is way more valuable than theirs. For example, you could have a technically brilliant employee who quickly becomes that person everyone actively avoids. Why? Because every single meeting turns into their personal complaint session. Negativity spreads like wildfire, and it just drains the team's energy. It's a massive turnoff. If you're going to criticize a process, you've got to bring a solution to the table. Otherwise, no matter how much of a genius you are, you're just the person everyone groans about when you walk in the room.
The fifth and final pillar is follow professional etiquette. This is all about understanding your organization's unwritten rules. We're talking meeting norms, how casually you write emails, basic punctuality, and workplace manners. And hey, etiquette isn't about being stuffy or overly formal. It's really just about making daily collaboration smooth and pleasant. It shows you actually value the people you're working with.
You can see this clear as day in meetings. If you're sitting there answering emails under the table, you're broadcasting to the entire room that they don't matter. The pro move is to arrive on time, prepared, and ready to listen. You stay focused, contribute constructively, and actually hear your peers. Putting the phone away might seem like a tiny thing, but being present, it speaks volumes about who you are. So let's bring it back to that mystery of our two equally talented employees from the very beginning. 6 months in, remember, they still have the exact same hard skills. The resumes are completely identical, but one is absolutely thriving and the other has completely stalled out. The huge takeaway here is that while your technical skills might get you in the door, it's your everyday behavior that determines your long-term success. Skills will definitely get you noticed by the recruiter, but your behavior, how you treat the receptionist, how you handle a missed deadline, how you show up to a meeting, that determines whether people actually trust you.
It all boils down to this final equation: reliability plus respect plus responsibility plus etiquette equals your professional reputation. Mastering this isn't an accident. It takes constant self-awareness and practice. But if you hold yourself to high standards in these 4 areas, you are going to stand out in absolutely any organization, no matter your industry.
So, as you walk into your workplace tomorrow, as you fire off that first email or step into your first meeting, ask yourself this: what reputation are your everyday behaviors creating for you? Because every single interaction is a building block. Make sure you're building something that lasts.